3, 2, 1. Yeah, put the phone away.
Phone away.
Jamie White, delighted to have you here on Monahan. We finally got there.
Yeah, thank you very much. Sorry for playing away on the phone.
Oh no, this is real, on the go audio. Straight into it. We are here. Last time I was here, I can't even remember when that was now. It's a while ago, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about a year ago now, so
that long.
It's good. Yeah,
wow.
Different room, everything like that.
Yeah, I'll say it again, beautiful building.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing place. And this is the HQ for Leading Social.
Yeah.
So do you want to give us a quick intro into who you are and what Leading Social is all about?
My name is Jamie White. I founded a social media agency 4 years ago when nobody really, I suppose, appreciated the impact that social media could bring for businesses. So we kind of, I suppose we took a little bit of a risk, but for me it was a no-brainer. I could clearly see how strong social media was getting it and was going to get. And so we built a solely dedicated social media marketing agency, very much focused around lead gen and generating sales through social. And thankfully it's kind of grown and grown since, which is great.
Yeah, brilliant. And it was off the back of the Start Summit, where we met for the first time. Did we meet at the Start Summit for the first time? I can't remember.
Yeah, we did indeed.
Which is your baby as well.
Yeah, so that's a kind of a separate hat on. I wanted to create an event that I wished was there for me when I was starting off in business, to kind of help really, I suppose, let people know what they're getting themselves into when they're following an entrepreneurial path, introduce them to some supporting businesses and organizations, and do it all in a human way.
Yeah.
I think, there's loads of noise right here, but I think sometimes an entrepreneurial path is probably over celebritized, and really a lot of people get into it without wholly realizing what they're getting themselves into. So
yeah, I think a lot of that you see on Instagram, a lot the hashtag entrepreneurial life, hashtag CEO kind of carry on, and see these guys with private jets and Lamborghinis, and it's not necessarily always like that.
Yeah, and it's so sad because so many people think, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to do that, when in actual fact that's obviously not it. And they find themselves really burnt out or really spent out as a result. So I think there's a responsibility to actually paint a picture for what it actually is. And I think we do that really well, and I think that's actually much more inspiring than the other.
Yeah, no, like the Start Summit, second year now. The first one was great. Like I thought it was a fantastic idea when I went to it. Beautiful surroundings, like great location, Dublin Castle.
Yeah.
First and foremost. And to see the growth this year, it was actually Shane Byrne of Show Off, who is the company helping me build Limor. Great guys. Shane was telling me he was going to be at it and speaking at the event, and I said, right, I have to go again. I'm delighted I did, especially getting there. It was a bit earlier this year as well, to see the growth of the Start Summit from last year is just absolutely fantastic. I'm so sure you were happy with that.
Yeah, it's always so nice when, like, in a year one, you've nothing to show, you've no pictures, you've barely any even branding. But at least when you go into an event in the second year, there's testimonials, and there's relationships built up, and there's actual footage of the event that you can show, and that gives a huge leg up. And this year, I think this year, like, we opened up another stage, had a kind of a very functional stage. We partnered with the Happy Pair to do all the catering. It's a nice touch. The kind of quality of business partners on board. There was a lot that year one said, oh, that sounds interesting, we'd love to see how it goes, and if it goes well, we'll come in on year two. They all came in, which was great. A year two event is always a kind of a much nicer experience than a year one.
And the way you're talking there is a mirror of how it often is for entrepreneurs, in that year one, untried, unproven, untested, potential customers, potential investors are kind of like, love the concept and the idea, but come back to us in a year's time.
Big time.
Yeah,
that is that's the rough path.
That's real entrepreneurship.
I think I always think, like, obviously you're an athlete prior. I think you have to really, like, I always say, if you're following an entrepreneurial path, you have to train on par with a professional athlete, because it's so tough and you really have to endure a hell of a journey. And that first year is extraordinarily challenging, because it's full of all these horrifically simple mistakes that you make that punish you in a hard way, but you learn from them. And well, I suppose they always say perseverance is the true skill of an entrepreneur. Persevere through all that, you're bound to succeed provided you're learning.
Yeah, and that's ties into another domain name you have, which is University of Life. And that you hear your parents say it, or people who didn't go to college, and when you're actually in the University of Life, you find out, geez, that's so true, because you learn things and have experiences that are just impossible to read out of a book, or people try to pass on their experiences. You know, the old sayings, you can't put an old head on young shoulders, but it's very, very true. But as you said, that's what molds you.
Yeah, I suppose that's the whole idea. I think we're all guilty of it, where we're told something by somebody who's been there, done that. We don't fully appreciate it, and we end up only appreciating it a year or two later, when we've made the mistake that we were preempted of. And that's the whole idea, to impart life lessons. And I think I think if we only listen to that kind of life advice that we get, it would speed up not just our business journeys, but our life journey so much. So much, as I said, we're all guilty of those same mistakes.
Yeah, and that's why something like the Start Summit is such a good idea and thing for people who are interested in entrepreneurship or in it, because you have entrepreneurs there who have been through the grind, who have experienced that, who can pass on that knowledge in a primary source kind of way. It's one thing, you know, you listen to podcasts, which are great, video and that, people talking about it, but when you're actually face to face speaking with someone, and you can ask them nuanced questions, maybe related to your own business. And that's, even this year again, that's what I love about it. I was networking, the network side of it, and that's so important to...
Yeah, do you know, it's funny, like, whatever about the businesses that partner with it, the speakers that speak at it, actually the highest value is the networking value. Bumping into people, having a chat, and that... we always get... the feedback when you host an event is interesting. So the next day, some people will thank you for it. But sometimes you get advice 6 months on, 12 months on, even 18 months on, where somebody will say, I want you to know that I met such and such at your event. This is what's happened since. It never would have happened unless we went to the event. Thank you. And it's always those bits of feedback where you see, like, it's kind of like this butterfly effect of tremendous value. So yeah, that's actually, where somebody was saying, what the hell are you doing spending as much as we did on complimentary food for attendees, complimentary tea, coffee, snacks. But those are the little things that keep people there, that foster people having a chat together. And if that is what makes two new people meet and allow for that butterfly effect 6 months, 12 months, 18 months down the line, it's so well worth it. It's such a valuable piece. But again, so many events don't appreciate that, but I think it's absolutely key.
It's amazing how important those little things, like just using that in a design context for Limor, for example, like those little things that people expect to be there. So let's say spell check. If that's not there, they're like, where's the spell check or spelling machine? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if people, and in that instance, people are there, geez, I'd love a cup of coffee. Why isn't there anywhere here where we can buy a cup of coffee? That's really annoying. And then they may meet 5 or 6 amazing people for their network, but the thing that might stick in their head is the fact there was no cup of coffee there.
Yeah, it's funny, I've seen really, really good events ruined by the simplest things, not enough water on site.
Yeah.
And it was actually quite nice, like, it's funny the things you end up doing or watching over when you're running an event, but for me, I just sat at the coffee stand and looked at people, and the amount of people that went to hand money, and just the response when they're told, no, it's free, I think is really, really nice. And I think those little things are what makes contributes really, really substantially to an overall experience.
Yeah.
People take it for granted, the speakers are going to be great, people take it for granted that, the room is nice, but it's those little things that sometimes get forgotten that will actually contribute to the biggest response from it.